Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Australia outlasts Jamaica to win netball gold. Jamaica won the silver medal at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England, as they went down 55-51 to Australia in the title decider on Sunday. Jamaica lost the first quarter 14-12 before rallying to take the second 17-15 to be tied 29-29 at halftime. Australia, however, had a huge third quarter, which they won 16-10, and although the Jamaicans won the fourth 12-10, they were not able to overcome the deficit. The Jamaicans were playing in the gold medal match at the Commonwealth Games for the first. New Zealand had earlier defeated England 55-48 to win the bronze medal. Bronze for Jamaica in women's 4x100. Jamaica won the bronze medal in the women's 4x100 meters at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England on Sunday. The team of Kemba Nelson, Natalia White, Ramona Burchell, and Elaine Thompson-Hero combined to complete the one-lap event in 43.08 seconds as they failed to execute the baton exchange smoothly. Nigeria won in an African record of 42.10 seconds, with England finishing second in 44.41 seconds as season best. 2 killed in Trelawney crash. A man and a woman have died as a result of injuries they sustained in a motor vehicle collision along a section of the North Coast Highway in Falmouth, Trelawney on Sunday. They have been identified as 31-year-old Cherry Lee Payne, a hairdresser of Lilliput, and 24-year-old Maurice Thomas of Rose Heights, both in St. James. The Falmouth police say about 3 a.m., a Mazda motor car was traveling to Montego Bay, and upon reaching the Wilshire area, the motor car ran into a Hino motor truck, which was parked on the left of the roadway. Payne and Thomas, who were passengers in the motor car, received multiple injuries and were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. The other 2 passengers from the motor car were treated and admitted in stable condition. Manchester man accused of stealing $850,000 in rent. A Manchester salesman has been arrested and charged for failing to turn over $850,000 for rent he collected on behalf of a landlord. 60-year-old Winston McLean, often Robin District, Mandeville, Manchester, will have to answer to an embezzlement charge. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police in St. Andrew are that McLean was asked by the complainant to collect money from his tenants during his absence. McLean collected the sum over a period of time but failed to lodge the money to the complainant's account. An investigation was launched, and on Monday, August 1, McLean was apprehended in Manchester and subsequently charged on Saturday. Man charged for a Clarendon farmer's murder. 38-year-old Derwin Smith of Cook River, Clarendon, have been charged with the murder of 62-year-old farmer Edward Grant of the same community. Reports from the Mapen police are that Grant left home for his farm about midday Monday and did not return. About 9:30 p.m. that night, Grant's body was found by residents who summoned the police. On their arrival, Grant was seen lying in a dirt track with a wound to his leg. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. An investigation was launched, and on Tuesday, Smith turned himself into the Chapelton police. He was charged on Saturday following a question and answer session. His court date is being finalized. Alleged mastermind behind illegal importation of 21 guns arrested. A man described as the mastermind behind the illegal importation of 21 guns into the island in March this year was arrested in Ochara, St. Anne on Sunday. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communications Unit says he was arrested as a party in the parish by personnel from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch CTOC. He has not yet been charged. Detectives say the man has been on their radar for some time, and his arrest follows months of investigations that featured several lines of inquiry. 18 handguns, 3 rifles, and a large quantity of ammunition were seized by the police at a warehouse in Kingston on March 4. The find was made when personnel from the Jamaica Customs noticed anomalies with a package and called in CTOC. Dede charged after firing shots at a woman. 20-year-old Kevin Dennis, otherwise called Dede, a laborer of Oakland Crescent, Kingston 13, was arrested and charged after he reportedly pounced on a woman while brandishing a gun on Mackay Lane, Kingston 11 on Thursday, July 7. Dennis was charged with shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 7:30 a.m., The complainant was walking along the roadway when she was pounced upon by Dennis and another man, both armed with firearms. She attempted to escape when Dennis opened gunfire in her direction. However, she managed to flee the scene unharmed. On Wednesday, July 27, Dennis was apprehended during an operation in his community. He was charged after a question and answer session on Saturday, August 6. His court date is being finalized. Westmoreland police seize illegal firearm. A team of officers assigned to the Westmoreland Police Division seized a 7.62mm semi-automatic rifle during a joint police military operation in Stewberry District, Petersfield in Westmoreland on Friday, August 5th. Reports from the Wheaton Police are that about 8:30 p.m., lawmen conducted a search of an abandoned building in the area when the illegal weapon was found. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. Investigations continue. Audit uncovers financial mess at UDC. Over the 10 years since the Auditor General made a number of recommendations to the Urban Development Corporation UDC to improve efficiency, the entity has implemented only a few, continuing to struggle to collect hundreds of millions of dollars owed to it by other government entities, while racking up losses and cost overrun in its estate portfolio management. This is according to the report of a follow-up audit of the UDC tabled in the House of Representatives on Friday. The UDCs also divest 3 properties below market value in contravention to its estate management policy and rack up cost overruns, losses and additional costs totaling $156.39 million, due mainly to poor planning, lack of adequate monitoring, and scoping of contracts Auditor General Pamela Manuel Ellis reported. The November 2012 audit sought to determine whether the corporation was managing its operations effectively and efficiently to achieve its core business objectives. That audit found significant weaknesses, including several corporate governance failures, as well as financial challenges and internal control deficiencies that impaired the UDC's ability to manage effectively and efficiently the resources under its control. Deficiencies were found in the UDC's management of its investment in subsidiary and joint ventures company. The 2022 audit sought to determine the adequacy, effectiveness, and timeliness of actions taken by the UDC to correct the reported weaknesses and to assess whether the corporation was cost-effectively optimizing the return on its assets. The Auditor's General Department found that only 6 of the 16 recommendations it had made in 2012 report were fully implemented, 6 partially implemented, and 4 were not in effect at all. Further, Manuel Ellis noted her team had been forced to rely on unaudited financial statements and other reports in order to conduct a financial assessment of the UDC, as the entity did not have audited financial statements and annual reports for the last 3 years to confirm its financial and operational performance. The $156.39 million in cost overruns applied to a number of properties, including the Jamaica building in downtown Kingston. According to the report, the UDC honored claims submitted by the seller National Housing Trust for insurance, electricity, and security charges due to delay in handing over possession, owing the UDC's failure to meet contract payment despite 2 payments extensions. The purchaser of the property at 10 to 12 Harbour Street, downtown Kingston, from the UDC was allowed to determine the sale price and paid less than amount approved by the UDC board. The report overlined that part of the Oteres cruise ship pier, 22.01 square meters of land, was transferred at no cost due to incorrect valuation and measurement, while there was poor scoping and planning for the removal of squatters at the Forum Hotel complex in Portmore, which resulted in time overrun of 1 year and cost overrun of $40 million when compared with assessed relocation cost of $59 million. The Auditor General's Department said that UDC tried to recover outstanding monies owed to it by initially legal processing, for which it obtained judgment claim for 4 accounts from private tenants totaling $11.1 million and US $43,200. In February this year, the UDC collected net legal fees at $179.58 million from proceedings against the Commissioner of Lands of Property occupied by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Auditor General said although the UDC had made efforts to improve its financial viability over the review period by seeking to recover rental arrears, the management of receivables remained challenged, with rental arrears as of June this year reaching more than 120 days and totaling $467.49 million, or 81% of age receivables. This is compared to arrears amounting to 76% of age receivables in May 2012. As at March 2022, the government owed the UDC $7.23 billion in outstanding compensation for lands transferred to the National Road Operating and Constructing Company. The transfer is related to a cabinet decision in June 2015 to provide lands for the development of hotels, housing and other facilities as a condition of the 50-year concession agreement between the government and NROCC. Review of UDC records show that the value of lands transferred to NROCC currently stands at $9.36 billion, for which the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service has provided compensation totaling $2.13 billion, the report said. Further, in May 2021, Cabinet gave its approval for properties owned by Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica to be transferred to UDC as further compensation, but to date the properties have not been valued and transferred to the UDC. Jamaica reports 183 new COVID cases, 1 death. Jamaica reported 183 new COVID-19 cases and 1 death on Saturday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 147,189 and the death toll to 3,207. Of the newly reported cases, there were 102 females and 81 males, with ages ranging from 21 days to 107 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 58, St. Catherine 28, St. James 23, Clarendon 13, Manchester 10, St. Elizabeth 9, St. Anne 8, Portland 6, Westmoreland 5, St. Mary 5, Trelawney 4, St. Thomas 2 and Hanover 2. A 78-year-old female from St. James who died in January 2022 is the lone fatality reported. The country also recorded 108 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 94,443. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 25.3%. There are 118 people hospitalized, 5 of them critically ill. There are 1,228 confirmed active cases on the island. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.